Welcome back to you, lovely pumpkin blueberry pies. I made an earlier video and some tweets, and it was very well received. We spoke about the Bitcoin and Ethereum unicorn runs, and them being blue chip number 1 and blue chip number 2 for the crypto industry. Bitcoin was the first 6 years. I've already made a video on this, but I'm going to go through it with you again. Okay, look at this. We're going to speak about what I think about the next blue chips, and I'm going to tell you right now, probably ChainLink, probably Uniswap, but also probably something else. So we're going to go through and explain. As you notice here, this is the Bitcoin chart. The first 6 years was Bitcoin technology itself carrying the industry. Then we had Ethereum the next 6 years. So what comes next? What comes next? Well, I'm just going to open your mind a little bit. There are different narratives, and I got asked by Mr. Lucid Persona saying, please give me your best honest guess about that blue chip. Friends, trust me, I wish I knew if what was available for us to touch, to smell, and to buy, but we don't know. We actually don't know at all. Maybe the path will become clear in 2024. And so when I open my canvas here to draw it out for you, what really has happened in the crypto industry. So when we look at these epochs, these big cycles over time, you're not going to remember, oh, there was a little zombie virus here, and then there was a Bitcoin halvening and the DeFi run. When you look back in 10 to 20 years from now, you'll look back and you'll look at these epoch runs, these eras of what we call the blue chip unicorn run. So we had Bitcoin started it all. Okay, Bitcoin's going to get the gold trophy, of course, store of value. Bitcoin allowed you to transfer value on the internet trustlessly. That was the main big positive from Bitcoin. That's what it allowed the whole industry to do. Bitcoin was the industry for 6 years. It's literally the industry. So when everybody bought and sold and transferred and they owned stuff, now we have trustless integration with value through the internet, through the digital cyberspace, and here we are. That is why Bitcoin kept growing to the size it is today. Of course, you had the secret ingredient of Satoshi, the founder who looked after everybody, and we have Metcalfe's laws. Everybody keeps joining the community and the network, and it kept growing. So that was blue chip number 1. So we're going to write it down here, blue chip number 1. Next was Ethereum, okay? So I'm going to quickly copy this over. I'm just going to show you, right? So blue chip number 2 is not Bitcoin, it was Ethereum. Ethereum came, and man, did that really carry the whole industry there. So Ethereum was general purpose, smart contract blockchain, okay? So now you could do smart contracts and more Ponzi's. Yeah, I love you, friends. Like, subscribe, press the belly button and all. We're having fun here. So as you can see, there was some Ponzi pump power. So in this early life cycle of Bitcoin, this was the first 6 years. The first 6 years was Bitcoin, yay! Then we had Ethereum get launched here. And so now Ethereum took over. Of course, Bitcoin was still in its second cycle. So Ethereum was also being joined with Bitcoin to carry into the 2017 cycle. If you go back in history, everybody says Bitcoin was the leader. Bitcoin was the leader. Of course, yes, it was. But Bitcoin still had its second pump euphoria waves in there. It was Bitcoin's second cycle, and now you had Ethereum's first cycle. So you can see now why I always wondered, and you probably wondered too. This is why you like and follow me, friends. Thank you very much. Thank you. Take a seat over there. Keep your back straight. Why was 2017 the most epic alt season of all? Why? Well, now the answer is why. You had Bitcoin in its second cycle and Ethereum in its first cycle. You had dynamite. You had a blue chip in its second cycle and then a blue chip in its first cycle. You're like, that's it. This was literally, I'm going to have to draw a little dynamite emoji here just to signify a dynamite. And there will probably be a rocket emoji to join it right next to it as well to signify that, yes, we really did leave the stratosphere with this one. This was the biggest alt season of all, of course. But what do we have now? Well, I don't have all the answers yet, because if we did, trust me, we're going to be the world's next trillionaires. We don't. But I can give you some ideas, and here we have them today. So if I was to sit down and take a honest, unbiased view of what is super deep innovation, bleeding tech in crypto, there is ChainLink and there is Uniswap. If I was to be completely honest, because you all know I love ChainLink and I've chosen that, but I'll be honest, Uniswap is actually the pillar. Uniswap is the next layer. But don't buy the Uni token. Uni tokens are poopy, but it still might go up in the future. Okay, so Uniswap, the DEX. This was the absolute game changer because Uniswap allowed everybody, open canvas world, to now swap assets and make a price for any two assets together. You even had the famous Unisocks straight from the pools of liquidity, and now there's ratios with everything, and boy, was it a freaking level up for crypto. I'm telling you right now, Uniswap is one of the greatest inventions in crypto. So you won't be surprised I had a big Uniswap prophecy because I made an incorrect assumption. I assumed the people at Uniswap weren't cucks. You see back here, I believed that Uniswap, because of financial incentives, I believed that the team at Uniswap and everybody there, I believe that they will turn on the fee switch, and that because Uniswap was doing all the volume, I strongly had a strong sensation that they would actually do the right thing. They would actually turn on the fee switch, they would do a buy and burn for the token, and Bob's your uncle, we would actually kill it. Unfortunately, Uniswap is rank 20 today, so this is how much of a blunder that was. So very unfortunate, friends. You can go see my Twitter. Instead of Uniswap focusing on generating value for the holders, they focused on, oh, have we hired enough women in the office? They're doing this equal opportunity trash political agenda, which is so disgusting. It makes you wonder, like, what are you wasting your time for, man? And obviously they cashed out. There's insiders they already cashed out. This breaks my heart completely, all right? So it is what it is, but I just want to say Uniswap still is amazing. I'm going to be unbiased, just giving you an honest opinion, all right? So Uniswap still is amazing. The DEX, it's open source. But I want you to know, so today, right? Today, Uniswap is ranked number 20. If they did the buy and burn, and this is my own maths, if you do the volume of how much Uniswap did, its total combined volume, and you just did the fee switch buy and burn, which is inbuilt into the protocol, if they just turned that on, right? If they did the buy and burn, Uniswap would be rank number 3 in crypto, right? Just under Ethereum. Yes, it's true. You can actually do that. I'm not kidding. I did the maths. I made a video on it somewhere, and I actually did that. It was absolutely insane. My jaw dropped. So now I remember, I'm like, man, I'm such an idiot. Why did I buy Uniswap? Now I know why. Because when I did the numbers back then, I was like, well, why wouldn't you do this? You literally go down in history. You'll go down in history, man. You literally, you level up the whole crypto industry, and man, you leave stratosphere. That's it. You go into galactic, friends. You go to Zeta Reticuli. But they didn't do it. They sold out. They literally sold out. Rumors of the founders and stuff cashing out on Coinbase, the insiders and the useless governance token and all of this. So, man, it is just a very sad story about how this one turned out. Maybe they turn it around in the future. I don't know. But, hey, like, unbiased friendship here. That's what we have, okay? I'm here to tell you, Uniswap, the DEX, amazing. So if you are new to crypto, you're from the stock market world and everybody else, remember, these are open source. So Uniswap's code was copy-pasted everywhere. So you could just copy-paste this, right, on any other chain. It's what everybody did. There's all these other, you have PulseX, you have PancakeSwap, you have all these other DEXs out there. Yeah, they use the same principles. Just imagine what would have happened if Uniswap had a full license and you couldn't copy it. Like, think about how big Uniswap would be if it was the world DEX, Now, Uniswap do have an advantage with the liquidity that it has right now, but over time, we might see some tougher competition. So it is a cute unicorn, and it is pink, and it feels like such an amazing technology, gets a lot of respect over time, but I don't know how this ends. So now that I've told you, hey, Uniswap's actually a blue chip because of the tech, but we can't talk about the Uni token because Uni token is poop. P-O-O-P. Uni is poop. And Uni's not even down anywhere near, it's not down an extra amount. In fact, it's doing better than even like Hex, for example, and Uni's got no tokenomics. But here's the thing, Uni, do you want to hold something where you just know you're getting kind of grifted? It's kind of hard to think about it. So That's the unfortunate reality about it. Now, I hope Uni pumps to the heavens, but the DEX itself, amazing technology. We can't deny it. This moved the whole industry forward. Okay, so Uni probably in the future will be the base layer about how everything transacts. So don't forget, we had Bitcoin, we had Ethereum, open canvases. Now, Uniswap is also an open canvas. You notice anybody can launch a coin, and that's right, everybody launches a coin, all the scammers, all the grifters, but also great stuff too. And you don't have to just launch a coin. You can list assets on Uniswap. You could list different types of like NFT specific assets. You can do a lot of things for it. It's not just coins for Ponzi pumping. We can enhance crypto in the future and make things more complicated and more complex. And you can list specific passport identifiable tied assets to different social media platforms. You can, endless possibilities, all because of the power of Uniswap. So it is an actual blue chip tech, but does it mean it necessarily pumps the coin? I don't think so. I mean, who knows? Well, I'd love to be wrong, but we'll see. The next tech is ChainLink. So ChainLink is the next tech. So ChainLink, right? The Oracle. Okay, so why is ChainLink a blue chip tech? Now, a lot of people will laugh and I'll say, but look at the price and look at all these oracles. No one cares, all right? The Bug Eater Society have already chosen ChainLink, okay? So the World Economic Forum and Swift. So Bug Eater, there's a bug here in Swift. So ChainLink by itself is not enough to capture retailer imagination, just like Uniswap right now, because no one really gets it yet. But I've already done these diagrams many times. So here you have ChainLink. So you have ChainLink right here. And there is somebody out there who wants to make a cool application. Okay, they want to make a cool application in here, right? So maybe they will just want to make an application that's really, really, really innovative, uses social media. You got a box here, right? So what they want to do is they got to grab data. They're like, well, I want to grab people's Twitter information. I want to grab their public bank records. I want to grab their national identity, and I want to grab their artificial intelligence public identifier for some TikTok website, right? Because I want to make something. I need to grab this data for them. The problem is they can't grab it anywhere. There is no unifiable single identity that you can go to and say, hey, give me all the data for this one person. You can't do that. If you were to make an application, you've got to go email TikTok. You got to go beg Elon Musk to open Twitter API. You've got to go email Instagram, and they're going to tell you to bugger off. All right. So now we're building the future of crypto. Of course, these are going to be crypto examples. I'm just using real ones that we identify now. So in the future, which is what we're seeing right now, ChainLink has already all the price oracle data. So this box guy, he's going to go, wow, I'm going to grab Solana user data from ChainLink, right? And I'm going to bring it over. And then someone says, okay, I want to grab their Twitter social information when Web3 hooks up to it. And I want to grab their public Ethereum address. I want to see were they using Uniswap before 2024. All these different data sets, okay, that you can't possibly grab by yourself for every single application. Now you have made like a super application. You've made a complex application. So this is why we say with ChainLink makes smart contracts, all right? Because right now they are dumb contracts. So that's the truth. On Ethereum, it's very limited what we can do. So Uniswap is the like most hyper intelligent dumb contract we can get. Okay, but now ChainLink lets you to be super, super smart. Now you can start to enhance things. So ChainLink is the infrastructure. Now, do you see how this application is going to need Link and it's going to need Uniswap? Because maybe this application is going to be DeFi and crypto, right? So it's going to allow buying and sending of assets and trading of assets, and everything's going to have a value, right? So you can see how now ChainLink and Uniswap are the underpinning layers of the next epoch that we move forward, all right? So even though this is what I think, and of course this can change next year, I'm telling you right now, it can change next year. Don't ever fall victim to just thinking there's one way or another. But this is just what I see it right now. Our minds can get blown. So when somebody starts to get on a run and make a really cool dApp, and one day they'll just surprise everybody with something cool that they put together, they'll probably be using the underpinnings of ChainLink data and Uniswap data. So for example, you can make like a really cool metaverse NFT game that maybe uses basketball players' cards, right? And the attributes of your game will change depending on real world events. So one of the cool things they can do with ChainLink is for basketball player cards, the cards will gain attributes if the player is playing really good for the season. So your card gets more rare. Isn't that really cool? And of course, the ChainLink data will update how the player played for that week. So maybe, one team won 80 to 70 in basketball matches. And so everyone holding a player card from that team gets +1 attribute for that. And you finish for the whole season and you get to hold it. Wouldn't that be crazy? We'll probably see whole new levels of degeneracy. This goes into sport, NFT, gaming, real world stuff. And there's always the boring stuff like, doing insurance payouts and all these. But you can all see all of these come through Chainlink. But this is just infrastructure. So when we look at the real world now, Google Maps is super important infrastructure. Do we get excited about Google Maps? We love it. We understand it. It would be worth a lot. But do we get a euphoria pump out of Google Maps? That might be what Chainlink is. So you might say to me, well, why don't you go find the euphoria pump? Well, here's the answer, baby dolls. We don't know what it is. This is just what I can see right now. Can you see anything? Everybody in everyone in the comments was already guessing. I can already tell everybody's trying to help you on the right track. A lot of people were straight away guessing it's going to be Pulse Chain or it's going to be Hex. No. In my example that I showed you, when it comes to these examples, Pulse Chain and Hex, a lot of them, they're not inventing a car or an aeroplane. They're not inventing any of these. They're not inventing a spaceship. They're just adding air conditioning inside. All right, which is a great feature, but you're not inventing the wheel. These blue chip creations in crypto, yeah, they're inventing the wheel. Apple iPhone type of effect, Apple, Amazon and stuff, they didn't either. But until we start to see a slowdown, we can only assume that's what's coming next. Maybe we're done. But it'd be very, very myopic, very cynical to say, hey, maybe we've seen the best of the days. There's never going to be an invention. I doubt that, because look at all the great stuff that came after 1999 when everybody thought, internet is just the websites. That's what everybody generally thought. Then you had things like Netflix, then you had things like Apple, and you had the internet accessible on the phones. We got all these gaming, degen, Ponzi casinos. Crypto's even birthed out of that, by the way. The crypto industry is an extension of the internet. So have a think about that one, right? So this is what I see going on. Can you do anything about this is the main question. Well, it's tough. But what I like is I made a previous post showing that out of 200 altcoins that were around in the previous bear market, Chainlink is doing the best. And here I have that post here for you. This was on my Twitter. So this is Bitcoin Maxis cheering Chainlink. You can see, cheering Bitcoin. You can see Chainlink up here, the change, plus 541%. This is literally out of 200 coins. Link is doing the best. 7 out of 200 coins are actually positive against Bitcoin since June 2018. And Link is still up. Wow. So this is the chart we actually see. It's a giant higher low. Now, of course, there are no guarantees in this game. This can just keep going down forever. But what I like to see is this was the big higher low that the industry is doing. This is what I like to see. This is something on our side. Now, you can equally make the case for Uniswap, right? And this chart is Uni ETH, okay? So remember, if this chart goes up, Uni is beating Ethereum, and if it goes down, it's getting slaughtered. Now, the unfortunate reality is that Uniswap token launched around September 2020. It did not have the full run up. They did not put the token in, whereas Chainlink did. But if I was just to be honest, I feel like if Uniswap had a coin, if Unicoin was released in 2018, I believe that it would have Chainlink's chart. That's just what I guess. I guess it would start super, super low. It would have gone up, and then it would have done this down only. See, all Uniswap has done, Uniswap launched and it did this down only part. I'm now going to change this to a regular. So that's why all you see with basically Uniswap, you just see this right hand side because they launched it and it basically opened a multiple billion valuation. You see down only. But at least with Link, we get to see the beginning. So this is why I believe they're two blue chips and why I've specifically chosen Link. Now, I used to have Uni. I used to have bigger weight in Uni, but I don't like how they bitch slap everyone. I don't like their political agenda of equal hiring girls and guys. I just don't like that, okay? That is not where I want the future of crypto. That's not somebody who says, I got to take over the world. That's not an attitude. That's an attitude of just other things, distractions, if you will. Now, the Uni protocol fee switch is very controversial. They still rejected it again. There are insiders who are doing it. So how much do you want to bank on them turning it into a protocol fee switch? And, if you're in Uni, that's okay, friends. Don't worry, because I'm going to give you the truth right now. The truth is probably Uni can go up and just go to the same top anyway. And you might say, why would it go up there? I'll tell you why. Because everything's a scam and the insiders will buy it up to sell onto retail, and they will release news that Uniswap is going to release the protocol fee switch, and they'll just get retail to buy the top again and they dump it. So that's something to think about. Uni also have a lot of insiders. They have Barack Obama political team. They have like a lot of deep political insiders, IMF people. I'm not joking, like real deep, like deep bug eater people. Like probably some of them are reptiles themselves. I'm not even joking. Some of them probably know about the UAPs and stuff. You know what I mean? That's that's actually in the Uniswap New York, their office itself, right? So it is what it is. So if I had to choose, I'd choose Link. But if you have both, I think that's pretty much okay to do that, right? But it all comes down to tokenomics. And a lot of people say, well, what about the Link tokenomics? It doesn't matter, man. Do you understand this game is played, friends? You're listening to me. I'll tell you how the game is played. The game is played like this. You got no tokenomics. You go up. Once they introduce tokenomics, it's over. That's the game. That's the game. Everything's a scam. The insiders front run it, and then they tell retail, we are now finally implementing good tokenomics, and that's the time to get out. Just like the Bitcoin BlackRock ETF. Everybody says, oh, retail can now finally DCA buy Bitcoin. And guess what? Sell the news. So the best time to buy these is when there is no hope. The best situations to buy is when there is no tokenomics. It's when Ethereum maxis are pooping all over Link. They're pooping all over the tokens, which is exactly what they're doing. That's actually the best times to get in. And that's why you listen to me. That's why you're a baby doll baby cake with straight posture. And of course, you are a bull like me. We are proud, we are courageous, and we poop out in the open. We are not smelly bears who are cowards and who poop out in the woods, okay? Now, we've gone through these pillars, but we still leave room open, okay? I still leave plenty of room open because we want to be ready. So I even have, look at this, ChainLink and the smart contracts and everything else, you can just delete them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, all that matters, friends, at the end of the day is, see this vertical line here? That's the Bitcoin halvening. This was centered around Uniswap. And do you see on the left-hand side here, there is also this vertical line, Bitcoin halvening. This was Ethereum, all right? So have you noticed our next Bitcoin halvening is going to be around here. So some point appears and maybe we get to discover a new technology that makes everything blow away. And maybe this tech uses Link and uses Uniswap as a base layer to enhance itself. You got to leave very open possibilities. But more than likely, most of the guesses everybody's done, they're not actually going to be it. Like I said, did you invent the car or did you just add an air conditioner into it? That's what you got to be intellectually honest with yourself. But don't forget, this is just unicorns, man. Like, who said you have to retire off a unicorn? You can retire off everything else. Like, if this works out, we have asymmetric upside, right? We can retire off great things. I mean, look what SHIB and Doge did, just memes. So this doesn't mean all hope is lost, but we are now just trying to position ourselves. Can we take advantage of the fact that we're here 18 hours a day? That's what we actually want to be here, because I want to find the next Uniswap. I want to find the next Ethereum, the next Bitcoin, if they're around, if they come out. All right, but, at the end of the day, will they even let us in? Uni didn't let us in. They launched here, right? Uni was around here. They launched at the top of its DeFi season, and it was down only. So you couldn't even get in. So unfortunately, this is where the reality, unfortunately, must be faced, because someone might make amazing tech, but if there are too many greedy scum, they're going to launch it at the top. They're going to release the coin in their own way at the top, and it's going to be a big trap. So that's why this game is very hard, friends. That's why a lot of us, we have respect for Bitcoin, for its fair launch. We have respect for Ethereum because it was a public ICO done. But a lot of these other show ponies, we've got no respect for them. By the way, ChainLink also did a fair launch, just to let you know. ChainLink's ICO was 11 cents, and you can see it from ChainLink's very early prices here, and it still pumped. So we have all of these, but a lot of these other coins, yeah, they're show ponies. They're actually poopy heads because the founders get enriched. Me and you, we're outsiders. We're never going to be on the inside. The influencers, those big influencers, they're going to get all the money. They're going to get the ICO pump and dumps. They're going to get the coins, the allocations. They're going to be thrown in everyone's faces. Me and you aren't going to get that. So we're still going to keep some faith for the future, but this is where we stand right now. And hey, if a new tech is going to come, we're due for it soon, friends. Tell mum and dad we still love them. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. I'll catch you in the next one.